All right, looks like we're live. Hold on. Maybe let's tell the community that it's live. And it's going to be exciting.
Oh, sorry,
Live,
Mike.
fam.
So quick mic check. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. So excited. What's the case for you?
Okay, let's look all the way. Let's try the camera.
So excited.
I hope it works. So excited.
Wait,
We'll
is
be
it
live in a
live?
while.
Okay.
Yeah, we're live now. We're live now. Actually. Okay, wait, I'm turning on my cameras. Okay, I guess Vanny, it's your turn to
What?
go
Turn on.
crazy. Yeah.
Did you Okay, so actually we need to turn on camera.
Am I
Okay.
here?
Let's make me feel better.
Of course. It makes you feel better.
Yeah, I
Um,
literally like wore makeup for this. So
oh dear, my autofocus is.
wait,
I'm
why do
sorry.
you have that like AI thingy? That's
Miss,
interesting.
it's good to be with you tonight.
Like face recognition.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You'll have to put up with it. Good to see you guys. We are we are ramping up. I mean, we are ramping up rather. Hold on.
So it'd probably be a good idea to start with a quick intro because I think there
Yeah.
are like this tonight that people are seeing for the first time, right?
Let's do that. Let's do one round of intros while
Yeah.
we wait for Pitcher Pen as well. So I'll just give a rundown of what we're doing. So, hello everyone, welcome to our Kaia Roundtable. This is the second time we're doing this, and this is a time for us to chill with the Kaia fam, with a team, have a closer look, like literally, you know. And this is a very different approach from a town hall, because our town hall is usually a lot more formal, where we give proper updates about what's going on with the chain, with the ecosystem. And however, for this, it's we're scaling it down, we're toning it down rather, in a more casual format, where we can chat about all things crypto, whether it's Kaya or not, or non-Kaya related. And this round, we're focusing on crypto, on Korea blockchain week, because we just came back, for the most of us, right, from Korea last week, and it was hectic. People were yeah, we have stories to tell, and yeah, I think we hope to just take the time to collect our thoughts about how it was, and well, how we feel like, as as people, as builders in the space. And yeah and yeah so my name is Paulo. I'm a global community lead here at Kaya, and I'll guess we can go one round with the rest. John.
Sorry. So Missa, is this an intro or do you want me to like
Intro. intro
intro?
intro intro
Really? Like me? I don't know. I think you could probably skip me, but anyway.
Okay.
Hey everyone, my name is John. I'm sure you already know who I am. I'm the VP of Marketing at Kaia Foundation. Good to be back.
Good to have you. All right. Vani.
Hello everyone. Um, so this is the second round table, right? I think I was supposed
Yeah.
to appear in the first one too, but
Correct. You
happy to be
bailed.
here now.
Of
So
course.
finally, hello everyone. My name is Vani, and I'm head of Vietnam for Kaya Foundation. Um, Introduction. So what should I answer? Like, is there anything like format like I should answer?
What do you like to eat? What do you like to do for fun?
Oh, I do like a lot of things, but I think it shouldn't be like published now. But please like follow our Kaya social to know like more about like what we're doing in Vietnam. It's very exciting things, and you can see like whatever I want to do, I will do for Kaya in Vietnam.
Hmm.
Yes.
Alrighty. Pitcher Pen, welcome to the fray. Quick
Hi.
intro, madam. Yes.
Hi, everyone. It's good to catch up again after such an awesome week in Korea.
It was fun, yeah. Uh, Peter Pen is maybe I'll give an rough intro for I think that your new face to the audience. So Peter Pen is our advisor from Thailand. She's also a builder of her own with Gather. Oh, you'll get viral pretty soon. But she's a lot of things. You know, she did like police work and was it law as well. Peter Pen, crazy journey, and now in Web3 as well. Yeah,
Yeah, the
and
place to be.
yes, ma'am. Ashwani.
Hello, everyone. So this is the second roundtable. So I'm lucky to be here on the second round. So I am
Yeah.
heading the ecosystem for Kaya, and it's oh, excited for the merge with Clayton
Mm.
and Pinchia. Lot
Mm.
of things to achieve. It was a great weekend last
Mm.
week. So many partners meeting up, so many partners in Korea, and getting excited for Token 2049, which is the
Next
next
week.
week. A lot of
That's right.
people are coming in Singapore. So
Mm.
excited to be part of crypto community, excited to be part of Korea and Singapore
Yep.
Token 2049.
Yeah.
Yep.
Carry on. Benji, your
Hello,
answer.
everyone. It's actually my first time, being at this roundtable. Thanks for having me, Kaia Foundation. I'm actually
Mm.
from the Line side. I'm working as head of Web3 business at Line Next. And just to give you a little bit more context of Line Next, Line Next is a Web3 focused company under Line's umbrella.
Mm.
We have the only exclusivity to run Web3 business under the name of Line. And we have been working very closely with Kaya Foundation recently to make the Web3 great again. Thanks for having me.
Make Kaya great again. All right, sir. Thanks, Benji. All right, now that everyone's up to speed, how was KBW for everybody? Or maybe that's too broad. Okay, maybe let's or you could answer it this way. What was your impression? I guess for non-Koreans here in the stream, what was your impression of the Korean crypto vibe before coming to KBW and after KBW? Very. Since you partied for 2 nights straight.
Yes. So actually, for me, because I actually work a lot with like Korean partners, like
Mm.
since 2021. So for me, like it's Korean is always like an exciting market. So it's the same to me. Like I think it's exciting, and then when I came to KBW, I think it's still very exciting. And during KBW, actually, I hang out a lot with like global partner as well, like global
Mm.
project. So it's
Yeah.
not exactly like have to be like only Korea, but I can see like how like for me, I would see um like a few new things that I realized about like Korean market. For example,
Mm.
like most people would think like Korean market is a lot of people told me like after like the Luna incident, like it's not as exciting and people like
Mm.
start to like leave Web3. But when I
Mm.
came back this year, I think people still very exciting about Web3. People still buildings. There's still a lot of like builders, and the
Mm.
community is still very exciting. Maybe like the people from my last cycle, like some people may have left, but I think I met a lot of like new people coming to crypto in this cycle as well. So I think it still keep the hits.
Yeah. Well, definitely.
Yes.
How was it for you, Ashwani, Pichupen, Benji, John? Impressions?
Okay, I'll go. I'll go first. I've actually like mainly attended events for builders,
Yeah.
and they were all great. Like most of the conversations I had were very productive, and I was able to introduce our new ecosystem Kaya
Mm.
there. And we primarily discussed our new builder support program called Kaya Wave, and the
Mm.
reactions to it were overwhelmingly like positive.
Mm.
And also the vibes of the events that I attended were young and chill, but things got kind of wild when the sun went down. Sometimes, like I think Web3 people attend events just for the partying.
Right.
Yeah, we also hosted events with the Kaia Foundation and had
Yeah.
more than 2,000 registered people for the event. Like we
Crazy.
met some great potential partners and are looking forward to taking further steps.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But speaking about KSL, how was it, John?
Well, I mean,
KBW altogether.
yeah. Before like me like getting into like my thoughts, I would love to continue hearing from like Peter Pan and Ashwani and Koreans on what they thought the vibe was like at KBW. Just like
That's
generally like, from like an industry perspective, and also just generally like how are the events, because Koreans are really well known for their events, like professionally, operationally, and just like having fun, right? So would love to hear from Peter Pan and Ashwani.
Let's go.
Okay, so let me
So
start.
much fun.
Okay,
It
Pichaman.
was so much fun. I hadn't been back to Korea for like I think 12 years. So I mean it's not just
Wow.
for yeah. It's like
Crazy.
so much so many changes, and then like obviously overwhelmed by like what was happening locally. I mean the scene itself is completely different to what I experienced last time I visited. Actually, fun fact, I was there last time visiting Line as well. So now, like, I mean, crazy, like a decade later, how it turns out. I'm now working with Kaia. And then, like, in terms of Web3 scene, it's so vibrant. And I mean, I think this is what we're really talking about, like bringing communities together, introducing technologies, so many innovations, so many things to experience, and things go on for almost like 24/7. I think I met a couple of friends who are like, we just got home at 7 a.m. I'm like, wow, you guys have so much energy. I feel old. And I think like most of the things happen in one area, which is Gangnam. But then fortunately, I got to experience different parts of Seoul as well. And it was so great because KBW really brought together a lot of, different ecosystem, different communities, people with different roles, different expectations, and so on. I think, Kaya did so well bringing people together. Web2, some of the people from Web2 were also there, and it was such a great showcase, and also like debuting and introducing what Kaya ecosystem and like the roadmap as well. So that was really, really nice to witness that and be there in person. I saw also like really exciting showcases of projects that partners that were there. So I'm so glad I went.
No regrets.
No.
How about you, Ashwani?
Yeah, it was really exciting because this is the kind of a bear market, and we were not expecting that kind of enthu in the market. But I will say that crypto people are really optimistic.
Degenerately optimistic.
Exactly. So I saw like a lot of people coming over discussing about projects, and everybody is excited that going maybe in another 6 months or so, crypto will be green again, and everybody will be happy. A lot of new projects coming up, and met many partners. Earlier, I was thinking that NFT and gamings are not that big. People are not really looking forward for these sectors. But after KBW, I realized like a lot of people, still, interest is still there in the gaming and NFT sector, and there are some use case coming up for the NFTs, and many of the projects actually now working on a real use cases like the coupons or maybe entry points. All those kind of cases are coming up, and really excited, and lot of people coming to KBW or the Korea Blockchain Week for Korean market, and it's getting global and global more and more now. So I can meet a lot of non-Korean people also in the events. And as usual, crypto is always fun. Late night parties, eating, that's fun. Yeah, but
Yeah, I
excited.
mean,
Yep.
thanks, Ashwani. Now, as somebody that's not from Korea, for me, that was also surprising. The 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 show of culture, even from the NFTs, because I think the general sentiment is that it's pretty down, right? But surprisingly, the communities are thriving, right? The penguins, there were a lot of penguins, and the monkeys were there, and some art people were there as well, and some wolves were there, and every other animal was there, and then they're all having their enclaves.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
and very very surprisingly refreshing. Yeah, and almost bullish despite the bearish sentiments. I'll circle back to you, John.
Yeah, I mean, oh man, so many thoughts, so many thoughts. But
Mm,
two main takeaways for me for KBW
yeah.
2024. First is a lot of new first timers in Korea, I think, attended KBW.
Mm,
Um,
mm,
so from that, my kind of like main kind of like takeaways were there are a lot of interesting post KBW takes on Twitter. Some really, really great takes, some really, really bad takes. But just goes to show you, either way, like there's a lot of interest in Korea,
mm,
um, and naturally, by as an extension of that, there's a lot of interest in Asia because I think
mm,
just based off on all the conversations that I had in KBW, all the stuff I'm seeing online post KBW, I think everyone's in agreement that Asia is the new kind of like growth region for Web3. I think of all the regions globally,
yeah.
I think everybody is now very concretely in agreement that Asia is a region to be when it comes to Web3 growth. So what I'm expecting, especially based on what I saw this week at KBW, is that there's going to be a lot more investment, a lot
Mm,
more kind of like on the ground um, uh, uh, activations and like yeah initiatives from different projects. I think so. That's kind of like one big takeaway for me.
mm,
Second was just the Korean conference itself, really different to other conferences in other regions where I
yeah.
think, like for example, Token, WebEx, or like even Web3 in Hong Kong. Those conferences are definitely geared towards more industry insiders and
Mm,
who are working in the industry. But for KBW, I can confidently say the majority of the participants were retail, which makes it
mm,
really, really unique. So I had this really interesting conversation with someone. I forget what his name was, but he was a non-Korean coming in from like I
yeah.
think the US it was, and we were having the same conversation as well. Like he was surprised at how many retail participants there were at KBW. So
Mm,
his personal takeaway was if he's going to be participating next year, that he's going to
mm,
skew the content and the operational aspects and the event aspects more towards retail rather
mm.
than industry people, because
Wow.
for him, KBW now he realizes is a great way to bootstrap users and community people. So I completely agree with that. So I think KBW is very unique in the sense that it's a very retail, or it's become a very retail oriented conference, and a
Yeah.
great opportunity for projects to kind of like bootstrap new communities, users, and so on. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's Yeah, I mean, even in our event at KSL Tsongsu area, there were a lot of um, retail users and even just coming in and checking things out, and
Yeah, man.
and even
Yeah.
staying. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that was surprising.
I think it's basically like because retail trading is so big in Korea. It's
Mm.
it's everyone just coming in and checking on their bags, right? Like seeing how their bags are doing.
See where it's going as well. But yeah, indeed. I mean, riding on what you were saying then, John. Some of us have been through other conferences. Like I think each of especially the Asian ones, or even maybe even beyond Asia, right? I mean, we Pitch Ben and I went to CBW, where it was hosted in Bangkok, right, recently, and then in June we were at GM Vietnam at Vanny's home place, home grounds rather, and
How,
then upcoming will be Token.
how low is
So
my conference buddy?
Sorry.
You're my conference buddy. Like
Yeah,
every
exactly.
how do we catch up? Where's the next conference?
Yeah, builders usually just see each other in events. Yeah, I mean, yeah. How do you guys? How was it? How was what's the? How do you find it? How different was it? What was the flavor that you saw? I mean, John is coming out here saying that there's a lot of retail involvement in the Korean side. How about I don't know, Vietnam, Japan? I mean, Benji was there singing the praises, as well. In Taiwan as well, he was there. How was it, guys? What are the differences like in culture, in builders, in events?
I think they drink more in Korea. That's the biggest difference.
That's a given. Okay.
And apart from that, I think like Korea, when it comes to this KBW, like the venues are pretty like further away from one another.
Mm.
Not
Mm.
John.
Right.
So there was a little bit like problematic for us because I wasn't like able to attend a lot of like side events because it cost me a lot of time to
Mm.
here and there.
Move around, yeah.
Yeah, apart from that, everything was great. Yeah, I would definitely want to visit KBW again next year.
Mm. Okay. Benny, or Pitcher Pen?
Okay, so compared to GM Vietnam, so first of all, I don't think I will compare to the main event because I actually honestly didn't go to the main event. Like as Benji mentioned, is a little bit far, and we have
Mm.
like about 300 main side event. So actually, like I went to a lot of side
It's a
event
lot.
instead of the main one, and
Mm.
I actually spent a lot of time at like our events as well, Kaia Square Lounge, and so I will compare more of the side event.
Yeah.
In terms of side event, I think in Vietnam there's a lot of like user as well, like a retail user as well.
Mm.
But in Korea, I think like I can see more of like the global teams, and a lot of big team are in Korea. I think in Vietnam, of course, a big team coming, but it's not that many. And of course, like in terms of size as well, like in GM Vietnam, we have about like 100 side events. In Korea, we have 300 side events. I think in terms of
Mm.
size, it's about like 3 times bigger um, in terms of side events. So it's more exciting. There's more things. And I think like most of the events will have its own theme. Why in Vietnam it would be more generic, but I think in Korea it's more like it's very specific. So like it's very easy to like connect. Like sometimes like if I want to see a specific partner, I would go to like that specific like event. So I think
Mm.
it's easier for me to find like partners there in
Mm.
Korea, even though it's a lot of events.
Right. Okay. Pitcher Pen, anything to add?
I mean, I have always been fascinated by Korean market and Korean communities, and I think it was such a great opportunity to really connect with local players and communities. And I mean, the fact that like things were so focused, like Rani said as well, like so focused specifically for different ecosystem, different communities, interests, and so on. It was just really hard to to know specifically where to go and who to talk to.
Mm.
But it was really nice to to get into Korea market, and everyone was just really welcoming. Otherwise,
Mm.
I think Korea specifically would have been hard to really understand online,
Mm.
unless you're there on the ground.
Mm.
So
Mm.
yeah, that's for me was really nice experience.
We definitely saw a lot of enthusiasm. So before I forget, by the way, we are giving away some clay for those who ask questions in the chat. So you have to click once you click to the live stream. You can just type away, and then we'll choose some questions, and then they'll win $10 worth of clay by the end.
$10. Let's
$10.
go.
That's like 10 clay. Just kidding.
By the way,
But
I just want to
yes, sir.
just give a shout out to probably like the best merch from KBW. This Make Asia Great Again hat. This is probably like the best merch pickup I got during KBW. So shout out to, I think it's Decrypt. But yeah, awesome hat.
All right.
Are you
I want
giving
one.
that away tonight?
No, I'm gonna keep this forever. I'm gonna be wearing this during token, by the way.
Okay,
Okay, I
we can
want
do a
that.
giveaway in token too.
Hey,
If
we have
I'm-
a lot of merch coming for token. Yeah.
I may give this away in token if I'm drunk enough. Because actually I stole
We'll
this from
find
somebody.
you.
So that's the
We'll
standard
find
one.
It's very hard to get John drunk. Yeah,
We're
we
gonna do
tried.
an IRL scavenger hunt, and the prize will be the cap.
Easy. All right, and yeah, we have a lot of other content here. So, what did everybody learn in KBW?
So overall, I'll say this is the exactly same thing which we are missing in the crypto space. It's about the liquidity. Having so many side events with the main event, I think it really divides the liquidity among many side events, and meeting so many or going to even 1% or 10% of the events, it's quite difficult these days. Like as Vani
Yeah.
mentioned, 300 side events
A lot.
in two,
Yeah.
3 days time, or maybe a week time. You cannot cover even 10% of it.
Mm.
So the liquidity problem in terms of users or the
Yeah.
retail customers who are coming, it's very
Yeah.
difficult. I think we should be working on that part, but overall, uh, KBW is great. Now we don't have to tell people what is blockchain, what is crypto, what is.
Mm.
So at least
Indeed.
people, uh, I think we should give credits to ETFs, Bitcoin ETFs, so that the normal retail users, they understand
Mm.
Bitcoin now,
Yeah.
and they are they are understanding that Bitcoin and blockchain are two different things. It's not the same
Mm.
thing.
Mm.
So that's what I found out in KBW,
True.
that people understand what is Bitcoin, what is blockchain, and even
Mm.
most of the users knows EVM also, EVM and EVM chains.
Mm. I don't even know what EVM is. So, you know.
Most of the follow, not
Oh, so
all.
that I guess I don't fit in. Um, but but yes, that's interesting because last year I think the major narrative was on RWAs, if I'm not wrong,
Mm,
right? Like, in
right.
having there's a lot of RWAs like commodities and T bills, and this was a little bit different. Yeah, it was a lot more like yeah, like you said, like access to crypto even without owning any crypto on any wallets, care of the exchanges and the ETFs. But that's interesting. Yeah. How about for the others? What major things stood out for you, or that you learned something new? Care of KBW.
Actually, after KBW, like I was gonna speak here. So after KBW, I'm very I think I have a strong belief in Kaya and our directions because I actually talked to so many mini apps team or studios, and everybody is so exciting about building mini apps in line
Mm,
essentials.
that's
And I
right.
actually also like moderate like the panel on GameFi as well. And I think they all mentioned about how like mini app would be like a new trend, like a new narrative. And actually, I talked to a lot of during the event. I talked to a lot of like top team in Telegram, and most of them are very excited to onboard in line as well. So after KBW, I'm very strongly believe in our directions,
Mm,
and I'm happy that it's moving on very well, and I'm very happy. Like I'm very bullish on Kaya right now.
bullish indeed.
Yes, very exciting. Actually, like I met a lot of top team in Telegrams, and like the way
Mm,
that they show interest and they actually apply to our programs.
yeah.
Um, yeah, and they actually like very like they keen on like follow up with me after the event as well. make me like feel like it's actually will be the next big thing.
Yeah, that's really something else. Maybe that, I'm sure we'll be covering a little bit. But this year, there's a strong emphasis on mobile apps, specifically on Telegram, with how they boomed so much since first quarter, right, or second quarter of this year, and now trends are changing, and I think it will be favoring Kaya and bullish in that way as well. So definitely harping on that. Yeah, John.
Yeah, for sure. Just to jump in, I think, I mean, the whole just taking a step back, on the sidelines, watching the whole ton thing play out.
Yeah.
I think projects, and teams, I think they've realized, ton is a fantastic way to bootstrap users. So what I'm seeing is a lot of people will kickstart their projects on ton. And then once they've, been able to kind of secure a decent amount of users, then they maybe migrate to another chain and continue on and so on. So I think definitely the whole kind of messenger narrative, it has its benefits from a UX UI perspective, definitely as well. But for sure, I think the biggest benefit there is the ability to kind of really bootstrap a lot of users very quickly. And on that note, I would love to hear from Benji. And and maybe some of the insights into some of the conversations he had, because we officially unveiled the Line mini dApp platform and the direction that we wanted to go during KSL. So I'm sure Benji had a lot of conversations with a lot of different people. So just really interested in hearing what kind of feedback that he received.
Let's hear it, Benji.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I kind of felt the same as how John and Benny felt during the KBW week. I felt so many companies at KBW were talking about easing the UX for web services, and in order to align with the trend, like John and Benny said, we will integrate the line texting app with Kaia to provide a better experience and environment for Web3 users and builders. We believe that this could bring a significant change to the Web3 space and is one of the most sensible ways to drive mainstream adoption.
Yeah.
After announcing the Line mini dApp, we were contacted by more than 300 developers in just a few weeks. And the thing is, we haven't even officially launched the mini dApp yet.
Yeah.
I can't imagine how much hype we'll receive once we launch it, but I think it's more important not to get carried away by the excitement. I need to stay humble and focused on making Kaia great again from Line's perspective.
Yeah, so actually that was the debut of, we call it the Kaia Wave, right, Benji? The program where we integrate and onboard apps for the Line users. I think maybe what our audience or whoever's going to hear the recording this would like to hear is, this is not something we talk about in the town hall, but why exactly is Line jumping into this, and why now?
I think we're at the perfect timing now. We see the biggest change in the mainstream in the Web2 space at the moment. Like John says just earlier today, that Telegram has proven some part of how mainstream adoption can be actualized. And Line is here to take a better and further step with Kaia Foundation, with the narrative and the technologies we have. Yeah, you want to add on, John?
Yeah, I think so the thing is Kakao, Line, all these consumer facing messenger platforms, they've been interested in Web3 for a really long time. I mean everyone here is well aware that Line and Clayton launched back in 2019. The organizations were established back in 2018, so they've always been interested. But I think they've just been kind of in terms of direct integrations or kind of direct connections with the infrastructure. I think they've been kind of watching on the sidelines to see maybe what the best approach would be. And I think thanks to Benji and his team at Toshi, they've been working on Toshi, the kind of consumer oriented dApp on FinShare for the last couple of years, and I think Line's been able to secure like a an understanding of what works and what doesn't work from a user revenue generating perspective as well. So now that they have this knowledge data set and lessons learned, I think they understand that this mini dApp approach may be the best initial kind of like approach of integrating Line Messenger and blockchain into the Line Messenger ecosystem. So I think it just took some time. So now is just the beginning, and things will only get better from bigger and better from here, I think. So I think it's definitely it took some time to kind of like collate that data, process it, analyze it, understand it, and then think what, this is probably the best way to go approach it. So
thanks, John. I want to hear from Pitcher Pen because she is a Line user in Thailand as well. So how does this sit with you? We have the popularity of Ton and Telegram, and then now it's coming to other messengers as well.
Yeah, I mean, like the tagline, this is really Asia's gateway to Web3. In Thailand alone, we have 54 million Line users. We use
crazy.
Everything is revolve around Line, right? Like it's like you use Line for family chats, friends, companies, partners, and so on. Everything is Line, and it's like number one messenger here. So if we're talking about mass adoption, where else could it be? This is the way to streamline things and making it easier to onboard users, unlocking potentials. And I think the initiatives to really connect with consumers, and we're not talking about crypto and so on, just basically really unlocking potentials. And this is where like majority of people are already using it on a daily basis. So imagine things you can do with their families, with their friends, businesses, and so on. So it's just a massive step forward. And I'm obviously very bullish because I'm already a hardcore Line user. So
thanks, Pitcher Pen. No, also I'd like to springboard that with our theme today, which is on post KBW, right? So maybe John, Benji, could you paint us a picture on what the Korean retail market is like, and how do you think they will respond to this upcoming trend, or this current trend and upcoming trend?
I'll let Benji start.
For the retail users, right? Online.
Yeah, no, everyone really, because it's quite known, right, that Korean retail users are insane in the trading side, and even speculating on coins, and the adoption rate in crypto wise as well. So how do you think this will fare with this upcoming trend, this current trend of messenger meta, and upcoming trend with Line? How do you think that will pan out in the Korean space?
Well, it's just my my personal humble opinion. Like most of the Korean traders just like they tend to stay on C axis, right? They don't usually move on to DeFi's or DEX or decentralized wallets. But if we could provide like direct swapping functions on Line taxing app, that it will be able to provide an easier access to like users that's been only using C axis. So to align with this new trend, we'll be also doing some huge massive marketing towards Web2 users in Korea, and also the rest Asian countries that Line is dominant. Yeah, so like UX wise, one of the goals that we have at the moment is to provide like the easier access to like mainstream users in Web 2. Yeah.
All right. So a lot on the DeFi side, which was the major anyway.
For sure.
We'll move on to you, John, and then we'll answer some questions from the
Yeah. So I mean, Paula, you know me. I'm very pragmatic in my kind of like approach. So I keep things real. Now,
Yeah.
I mean, so everyone understands, there is a massive, spot, market here in Korea in terms of crypto, and that's kind of like 95% of crypto. So retail here aren't very much, too interested in using dApps and stuff. So I don't think that's going to change too much, like immediately. I think it's going to be a gradual process. So we're going to have to kind of educate them and so on, help them understand the benefits of decentralized applications. So it's going to be a gradual process. It's not going to be like boom, like you see 10 million Korean retail, degens, jump. But that said, from a purely retail investment, retail liquidity perspective, I think we are going to see a lot of headway and a lot of even though I'd probably say 99% of the retail here are aware of Kaia, I would say there's potential for that to kind of grow even more, because in the past it's been very difficult to kind of position ourselves even in the Korean market. Up until now, a lot of the narratives had just revolved at a high level around how we were created by Kakao or created by Line. But now with Kaia Wave and Line Mini dApp, we have very tangible differentiation value propositions that we can communicate, which I think retail understands as well. So in the past, we had talked about metaverses, we had talked about RWAs, but a lot of these concepts are very abstract for your average retail investor. But now that we have something tangible, I think we're going to see a lot of renewed retail interest in Kaia, which hopefully would, ultimately translate into an increase in price action. So we'll see.
Up only. All right.
So I want to add one more point. That's maybe I worked in the Visa worldwide company, credit cards, and it's a lot of point systems, right? So cashback, point systems, and all those. My gut feeling is all the retail users, web users who are coming or unknowingly, they will be using this Kaia points and maybe Kaia tokens. They will be receiving those. They will get a shock immediately, because as of now, everybody is so accustomed with the point system that if I fly, I'll get the miles. If I get this thing, I'll get the points. And they don't really realize that as of now, only point system can be redeemed. But suddenly with the crypto thing into it, they can encash it. So retail user might get a shock that instead of just redeeming the points, they can encash this thing via crypto, and they own this part, and they can and they will do more DeFi activities. As Benji mentioned, I feel like I was managing Kaikas, our wallet, and as soon as we implemented the swaps in the wallet itself, I can see the lot of activities were happening. Even the fees was bit higher, but still the convenience people used to get, it's like a huge. They don't really bother giving 1-2 cent extra, but if it comes with the convenience. So definitely there will be a lot of DeFi activities going to be there on Kaya, and people will get a lot of convenience with these apps. And I hope Web2 users should not realize that they are working in crypto. It should be that seamless.
True. Yeah. No, definitely convenience is king, and we're probably on the right path with that, with our integrations, and with our approach to consumer-facing apps.
Now, with that, make it happen.
We will make it happen. SDKs are coming out end of October, right? So it's gonna happen soon. We have a few questions. We have one question here from On-Chain MF, or Web3 Flavor. He said, this is probably related to our discussion. What do you think of meme coins on Kaya? Or maybe to add on to that question, how do you think new users or new crypto users will use meme coins if it's still around? Or will they even?
Let me.
Yeah, I don't think. Okay, go first, Ash.
Benji. Ashwani.
Sanjeev, you just go first.
Come again? Do I go first?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Actually, like myself being a like heavy trader on memes, I understand the importance of like meme coins in Kaya ecosystem too. Like meme coins are a good way to bootstrap the ecosystem in the beginning. And we're actually like talking to many meme coin projects at the moment to like have some new meme coins in Kaya. We will be like able to like bring like new meme coin projects once we officially launch Kaya Wave as well. So just stay tuned.
All right. They have a place, according to Benji. Ashwani, what's your take?
Yeah, definitely. So it's like meme coins are exciting. Like it's one of the entry points for the users, and it's kind of a like a people start with small meme coins. If you spend $1 and you get millions of tokens, it's really exciting with the numbers at least. And then definitely meme coins on Kaya will be a big win. So as Benji mentioned, we'll be coming up with more meme coins. So I think meme coins really attracts users, and that's the entry point for any retail user. And people will not shy away with like spending $1 to $10 on meme coins. So it's a great entry point for the normal retail users.
All right. Thanks for your answers, guys. I guess we can have time for maybe two more questions. The second here is from Don King Donut, the Dawn of Donuts. What's the general sentiment regarding the future of Kaya at Korea Blockchain Week? Or maybe, yeah, from your conversations at KBW, what do you think is the sentiment for Kaya? Venny.
Okay, what was general sentiment of future Kaya? So for me, I'm very bullish on Kaya right now. So is that like too personal? Like, is that too personal if I say that?
No, it's
Uh,
okay. I mean, we can get, yeah, real.
yes. So like from like current blockchain week and after talking to a lot of like industry leaders and
Yes.
builders, we very exciting about the direction of Kaya and you can say like the future of Kaya and I think I can also like lead back a little bit to like the previous question on meme as well. I wanted to add
All
a
right, sure. Yeah.
few things. So like like the user base in line, a lot of them from like Japan, Thailand, and Taiwan. A lot of them are like natural like collectible users. So they actually a lot of them not. They actually really into like NFT and meme. I think naturally like people into that. So like with like this initiative that we're working with Line, I can see how it will be like a big thing. Like meme will be something like very promising in Kaya as well. After we like do a lot of like activities in Line. So for future of Kaya, as Ashwani mentioned, like DeFi is good. Meme is very promising. A game is very promising with like mini app in Line. So for me, like we cover a lot of aspects and for the longer term, we're also working with like RWA, which we will release a lot of big new on it later on. So I can see like we cover a lot of like field at this moment. Very excited.
Well, we're excited too, Benny. Thank you. Okay, our final question here, and then we'll move on to, any shout outs, anything that, when we want to look, what you want our audience to look forward to. Question here will be from Simon Radotsia, or Radokia. Forgive me for murdering your name, but he's asking about the epoch start. I guess it's something to do with Kaya Portal. So, yeah, maybe somebody can answer what exactly is this epoch countdown for, and what can they get? What's gonna happen after that when it runs down to zero? Suppose, yeah, John or Ashwani.
Yeah, do you want me to answer or Ashwani, do you want to answer?
John, you can go ahead.
Yeah. So the epoch countdown is basically countdown to the next round of rewards. So the let me just check the current epoch.
Cha-ching.
The
That's what I want
current
to hear.
epoch,
14 days.
14 days. Okay, so this is a countdown to the second epoch, which will be happening in 14 days, obviously. So that is when the second round of rewards will be made available. So basically, that is when our point missions will be made available for the first time. I think so. What is that? The 25th, 26th? Yeah. So on the 26th of September, definitely keep an eye out on our socials. But we will be officially kickstarting our point system and related missions on Portal. So a lot of opportunities to basically earn money. For the lack of a better term.
Cha-ching.
Yeah, cha-ching. A lot of opportunities for multipliers as well. If you complete various missions, if you meet certain requisites. So yeah, keep an eye out on our socials. 26th is when we will hopefully be launching the missions.
Yeah. Ashwani, what's our farmers, our farmer community definitely wants to know, what's the pool like? How can they do? What can they do in Portal? How much is allotted for them, airdrop wise? Would you know?
So I'll say that things are getting wild now in the portal. So the point systems, the multiplier which we have, see, most of the people are. I don't know if you can reveal some missions and all those things. Yeah, for now, but for a teaser, maybe like if you are staking on some of the portals, you will be getting points, and the more you stake, the more multiplier you get, and the more points you have, the more opportunities will be there to earn money. So definitely it will be exciting. Like the early you start, the more Kaya points you will be
Yeah.
having, and the more you can redeem and more earning profits. So definitely I'll ask people or our users who are watching this one, look
Yeah.
out for the missions. And missions are not really like military missions. These are our standard missions which we can achieve. So as a normal retail users, we can achieve. So definitely we are excited for the points. We are looking forward
Right.
for all the team members to
Okay.
join, participate in the missions.
Actually,
Yeah.
one thing to add to
Yeah.
that. The great thing about our team has been is that they understand right now, the market isn't in the best kind of health overall. So they also understand there's a lot of volatility. Unfortunately, a lot of volatility to a downside. So the great thing about the missions right now, especially for the upcoming epoch, is that they've been designed to minimize kind of risk. So a lot of this is like providing liquidity, one-sided, single-sided staking, and so on. So yeah, our team was very smart in the sense to design the missions with the current market conditions taken into consideration. So it's a
Right.
great way to, if you're in spot, it's a great way to park your spot coins into like an LP pool, stake and earn multiplied APR off that.
And I believe we have 20 million Kaya allotted for this, if I'm not wrong. Yeah,
Yes.
around there.
That is
All right.
a lot. Yeah.
That is a lot. That is a lot. Okay, let's wrap up. What's next for you guys or for us, or rather, what are you excited about? What's happening next? What should our audience look forward to on whatever you're working on?
Maybe I'll start first.
Mm,
So, uh, as we are coming up with this Kaya wave, so I'll be expecting more and more line users will be looking forward for more dApps on their platform. They can play around with the dApps. All our team members internally, they are working on many UX UI things that is so like a web to users can they just play the games and get the
mm,
points, tokens, all those things, like a seamless integrations. From the technical side, we will be coming up with more and more dApps. Users can start using those dApps within maybe another 2 to 3 months time, without
Mm.
without understanding what is Web3.
All right, 2 to 3 months from now, we will have consumer-facing devs with Ashwani's team. How about the others? It's happening, yo.
So I think we'll be able to have like our very first service ready by probably mid-November and so on. We are talking to like great partners at the moment. I can't disclose like what it's gonna be like,
Hyped.
but it's gonna be something amazing, very attractive. Just stay tuned. I can't say it anymore.
All right. Okay. That's enough. That's enough. Pitcher pen, Vanny.
Should I go? Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to the next few months because, like seeing more things being built on Kaya and the support with Kaya Wave and the ecosystem is also, like it's going to speed up things. And then like it's not just for Web3, right? Because we're
Yeah.
talking about mass and making things seamless. It means that it's actually two-way. So we're opening the gateway for Web2 and then Web3. And then like I think making things seamless also empowering and also innovation. So like really looking forward to things being built on Kaya. We're looking at 300 plus projects now, developers applying for Kaya Wave, and I know that it's going to be much more, probably hitting thousands. And to see what's coming out of that would be like really fascinating. And then also at the same time, this is really making Asia great again because it's really where all the I mean for Thailand per se, because I know that there's been a gap, Telegram and different kind of apps and this is making it so much easier for users to enter Web3. So I'm really excited to witness this. And yeah, I mean, also planning to build something fascinating on Kaya too.
Let's go. All right. So stay tuned on what Pitcher pen is doing. And then I think we'll see you next week, right, Pitcher pen?
Yeah, I'll
All
see you
right.
next week.
Here we go. Benny?
Yeah, so I'm totally like agree with like what Peter Pan is saying, like as we act as like a bridge to bring like to onboard millions of Web2 users to Web3 as well. And I'm very also like very exciting about like our games, our mini apps go online from November. And also I want to emphasize about like our offline event as well, since I can see like we actually do like a lot of offline events into all the Asia country. I think like you guys we did like like WebEx Japan's and a Korean blockchain week, and we be in token 2049 Singapore. And actually I plan to do like a road show in Vietnam as well for October, because I don't see like many big event in October, so I plan
Wow.
to do like series of events offline online in Vietnam, and we'll cover like some of the big city for like builder meetup to actually brainstorm on building inline messengers to actually like to follow the Kaya wave. And we'll have in Thailand DevCon in November, and I think like in September there's a lot of other December there's a lot of others event like Taipei Blockchain Week or something like that as well. So I can see like if users want to like talk to anyone from Kaya, they can easily find any like Kaya member at any big event. And very exciting to meet face to face with the builder as well, and to support like anyone to be on Kaya, and very exciting to what happened next.
All right. Vanny is our head of Vietnam, and we'll be doing some roadshows. So if you're from Vietnam, you know who to contact. You can follow her on X as well.
Yes.
And I guess we'll close with John.
Yep.
What's next, sir?
Yes, so just a couple of some housekeeping. I mean, as usual, follow our socials for our specifics, but we have Token 2049 coming up. So we have events on the 16th, 17th, and 18th. We will be tweeting about those. So again, keep an eye out on our socials. We have our point system launching, as you could see on the Epoch, on the 26th. We also have some really exciting core tech upgrades, which I cannot talk about right now, but happening as well towards the end of September. Kaia Wave applications will officially be launching towards the end of September, early October as well. And DevCon in Thailand in November, we will have an event. We are actually planning that with Picture Pants, so keep an eye out again on our socials for details. But immediately 16th, 17th, and 18th in Singapore, Token 2049. All the details will be on our Twitter very soon, probably sometime tomorrow.
Getting busy. Everyone is all right. Yeah, so that's a lot to take. That's after KBW will be a token, and then we'll be going for different different rounds across Asia. We have Kaia Wave launching. A lot of it. If you're a builder, if you're in retail, there's always something for you. So just stay tuned. And if you like this this roundtable, let us know what you want us to talk about again. Next month, we'll try to do this every single month. Plus, we have our community town hall as well. So you're very much welcome to join there. And that about wraps it up. Thank you for coming down on a Wednesday evening, right? If you're in Asia, and we will see you.
Hey Paulo, we are missing our tokens, man. We are $10 tokens we have to distribute.
Oh, $10. No, it's for those. I mentioned the three three accounts with the donut guy and MF guy and the last and the guy that asked about the Epoch. We will be sending you. DM us. We'll DM you as well, rather. Send us your addresses and we'll take care of it. Don't worry.
Perfect.
All goods.
Last point I want to add for the developers. We talked about a lot of retail users on our roundtable, but for the developers also, we are coming up with a lot of SDKs, lot of tools and technology that will really help you to build dApps on the line. So keep watching our space, and if you guys have any questions, anything which you really want to understand, you can just contact us via Discord channels or any mediums. So we'll be happy to help you guys how to onboard.
Or you can call Ashwani on this phone number, 379. Just kidding.
There's something for everyone, whether you're a dev, builder, retail, farmer, it's all in Kaia. So, all right, guys. Thanks for your time. Thank you, everyone who tuned in till the end. And we will see you on the next round.
See you guys all in Singapore. See you next week.
See you next week. See you next week.
Have a good one.
Have a nice night.
Night.